This is a Chucky Beat production. This is a Chucky Beat production. Tricky Beat Production.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm gay. Boys! Hey, 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 hey. What it do, baby?
Yeah.
Dab.
Don't break your neck, dog.
Dab if you support the KKK. Dab. I'm not actually saying that, guys. That's an inside joke.
We're just already starting off.
That's
with
it. That's an
fucking
inside
clip.
joke. That's an old inside joke. All right. What's good, boys? Good to see all of you. Yes, I'll eventually take down the Christmas tree. I'm not doing it right now, though. It's way too much fun right now.
It looks so
How
good.
we doing, baby?
It looks good.
Yeah, I love it.
Christmas tree looks really good.
Hey, it is so great to see all of you again. I have missed you guys so much. Me and Chase have been with our families and our close friends for the last week. It's been so much fun, but we're at the point where we're antsy. We're like, fuck, we need to work again.
Yeah.
We need to get back in the saddle.
Back in the grind.
And we're back in the saddle right now. We are excited to be here. There's a whole lot going on. Members, I'd love to see you guys in King Bo.
He's back.
He's back. $50 donor. He said, hey, been gone too long. Need to throw off the bank again and talk about how bad the Bucks look after the AB situation. Hey, King Bo, I got to know, bro. Did you bet money line, Bucks, or did you bet the spread? Because if you bet the spread, I know you didn't get it because I also bet the spread. But hey, you know, a dub is a dub is a dub. And that is actually, King Bo, you bring up a great point. That is the first thing we're going to talk about here today is all of this Antonio Brown stuff because there is a lot going on. It's still developing. And I don't think, this is one of those situations I don't think we'll ever actually know the full truth because it's going to come down to like what
He
Antonio
said, she
Brown
said
says
type
versus
shit.
what Bruce. It's not like everybody on the sidelines was mic'd up.
Yeah.
Oh, but hey, the attack is back. Welcome to VIPs for your third month. Another month of dialing in, baby. Love to see it, Alliance. Same for you. Dial it in, Jeremiah. Love to see it. Let's get this, boys. Normalize Christmas trees until Valentine's Day. I love that attitude. I actually could not agree more with you. Yeah, Antonio Brown. Ladies and gentlemen, let's just hop straight in. I missed you guys so much, and we are excited to be back. A little, as we say, like we've been gone for forever. Been gone for like 5 days.
Yeah,
But we're
literally.
excited to be back here. We're going to have 2 segments to this Antonio Brown thing. So the first thing that we all saw with Antonio Brown was he rips off his pads. He storms off the field. This is when the Buccaneers are down 14.
Yep.
And he runs out and gets an Uber. Did you see all the memes of him getting a
my
literal Uber?
God.
Bro,
I
he's
did not
literally just
remember
standing
that.
on the side of the street like a normal
Yeah.
ass human. Which is true. I mean, everybody takes Ubers. Doesn't matter how famous you are. But it's
Right.
so crazy to think that Antonio Brown is hopping in an Uber, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's the first thing we saw. And at that point in time, I think a lot of people thought that it was like a CTE related, like mental health. And it probably is still. It's probably related to a lot of the brain trauma that he's been dealing with. But he's actually been speaking very openly about it. I thought this was going to be one of those stories that doesn't develop for like weeks, but there's a lot going on.
Clearly does not.
So
give a
we'll just
fuck.
start off with this first little summary right here, and we'll try and catch ourselves up to speed. So this first one, Antonio Brown is released by the Buccaneers, who say he refused to re-enter Sunday's game. Now, one thing I do want to make a point of, I do think that Antonio Brown is making a bit of a fool of himself, but that doesn't mean that what he's saying is wrong, or that he's lying about all of this, or that the Buccaneers are telling the full truth. I think both sides are most likely exaggerating here. The unfortunate thing with Antonio Brown is he has done so many crazy things in the media that it's very hard to just trust him,
Right.
to be honest. But that just doesn't outright make him wrong. So it's very interesting to see what's happened in this article so far. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers released wide receiver Antonio Brown, the team announced Thursday, and Coach Bruce Arians said that Brown had refused to re-enter Sunday's game against the New York Jets because of displeasures about how many passes were being thrown to him. That's crazy. And especially with this is what I really didn't get about this whole like upset about how many passes you're getting. Playing the fucking Jets. Like, yeah, you might be losing the game, but this isn't a pinnacle game. You're
Right.
going to the playoffs anyway. You're going to lose games sometimes. It's not like this was like a massive playoff match or that Antonio Brown had gone all these games without receiving passes. He's had an incredible season. He's gotten multiple touchdowns, crazy receptions. He's averaging like 8 targets a game. So it's just hard to believe. Maybe he did say that, but for what? Dude, he gets the ball more than most wide receivers will ever imagine to get the ball.
Do you think this would have ever happened if they were winning?
Absolutely
think-
not.
yeah.
Absolutely
Yeah.
not, dude. If they were smoking them and AB had 2 touchdowns, no shot. He certainly was heated in the moment because they were losing to fucking Jets. That sucks.
Right.
But dude, you get more targets than Mike Evans. Like,
Yeah.
I don't get this. I don't get it. This is Bruce Arians talking now. He says, we called for the personnel group that he had played in the entire game. Arians said at a news conference, he refused to go in the game. That's when I looked back and saw him basically wave off the coach. I went back, approached him about what was going on. Antonio Brown said, I ain't playing. Arians said, what's going on? Antonio Brown said, I am not getting the ball. And that's when Arians said, you're done. Get the fuck out of here. And that's the end of it. I like Bruce Arians' side of the story because Bruce Arians does not fuck around.
No.
This is exactly how Bruce Arians talks to anybody. He talks this way to Tom Brady. Like when Tom Brady plays a bad game, he'll go on like most coaches would slurp Tom's cock no matter what.
Yeah.
Bruce Arians goes up there and he's like, yeah, Tom was just not hitting. Tom was
Yeah.
throwing shit balls out there. So I can see this happening. I just really am confused. Antonio Brown gets so many receptions. I don't get how he's mad about his targets. Either way, the move by the Buccaneers came 4 days after Brown discarded his jersey and shoulder pads on the Buccaneers sideline and then walked off the field shirtless during a comeback victory over the Jets at MetLife Stadium. It is really extra funny that they came back
Yeah,
and won that
that's
game.
fire as fuck.
Yeah. And they had, what's the guy's name? Is like Chris Grayson or something? like a nobody wide receiver, but he's just out there making moves, and it's really cool to see. Either way, Brown said in a written statement released late Wednesday through his attorney that he was suffering from a serious ankle injury and left the field only after being told that he was done with the team. Arians offered a sharply different account Thursday of Sunday's sideline interaction with Brown. At no point in time during the game did he ever ask the trainer or doctor about his ankle. That's the normal protocol. You go through protocols during the game. I was never notified of it. So obviously that was the disturbing thing when we were looking for him to go back into the game. He was very upset at halftime about who was getting targeted. Got that calmed down. Players took care of that. It started again on the sideline. Only thing I'll say about this, it is very possible that Antonio Brown hurt his ankle and that the team was still like, hey, bro, can you play through it? Like, you're a stud wide receiver. We need to come back in this game. I can see that happening. It's very difficult for Antonio Brown to play up how hurt his ankle was when he's running off the fucking field, jumping up and down on the ankle just because he's angry. Like, it's totally possible you have an underlying ankle injury, but I think it's silly how exaggerated Antonio Brown is saying this ankle injury is. It just literally cannot be that serious. If you can walk, run, and jump on it, it can't be that serious.
That is so true.
Like, it's totally possible you have some underlying thing that could be, I don't know. So I think he's playing that up a little bit. But Brown said in his written statement Wednesday that the Buccaneers attempted to force him to play Sunday through an ankle injury severe enough to require surgery. I'm so sorry. If you have an ankle injury severe enough to require surgery, you can't run on it.
Yeah, not like that.
It's just not possible, dude. But he fucking dusted Bryce Hall. There's a Jets corner whose name is Bryce Hall.
Oh, shit. Okay.
He shit on him.
Yeah.
Put the burners on him. Like, sick, and maybe your ankle does hurt. How could you possibly have an ankle injury severe enough and cut like that? It's just not possible. Brown said, I didn't quit. I was cut. I didn't walk away from my brothers. I was thrown out. Being fired on the sideline for having a painful injury was bad enough. Then came their spin. Coach denied on national television that he knew about my ankle. That's 100% inaccurate. Not only did he know I missed several games with the injury, he and I exchanged texts before the game where he clearly acknowledged my injury. I think that's what Antonio Brown was talking about on Twitter, but we'll get into that in the second segment because this kind of spills off into Twitter, where we can see a lot of what Antonio Brown was saying, and we'll get more on that later. Brown took to social media Thursday morning, posting an apparent text exchange that he had with Arians before the game about his injury and whether he would play. The NFL Players Association will look into Brown's assertions regarding the Buccaneers' handling of his ankle injury, according to a person familiar with the matter, who added Thursday that a standard procedure and would occur with any player involved in such a situation. One thing that is crazy about this that a lot of people haven't talked about, well, I think it's been talked about, but Antonio Brown was 28 catches, 255 yards, and 3 touchdowns away from a $2 million incentive bonus on his contract. Now, that's a lot of catches, yards, and touchdowns, but he has missed 10 weeks due to injury and suspension. Suspension being the fake vax card.
Yep.
And injury, I mean, is self-explanatory. And now there's obviously no chance that he could get that incentive bonus. So this is hurting his pockets real bad.
For sure.
So I can understand why, I don't know, there's like added fuel to the fire on this one. What's your initial opinion on what is actually going on here?
Dude, it is tough. Like,
yeah.
It just blows my mind that but it's crazy too because honestly, I'm really not surprised by it. Like, I don't know. Like, if Tom Brady just ripped his pads off and just fucking left, I would be like, holy shit. I mean, I think everyone would have a way different outlook.
That's
and I think
true.
Like the Bucks would be getting really investigated if it was
if
Tom
Brady
Brady.
They'd get fucked.
Yeah.
Goodell would bend them over and personally stick his dick in all of their asses. Personally.
But there's always drama surrounding Antonio Brown. Like, wasn't it in the beginning or something he had to do with his helmet?
Dude,
he didn't want to wear a
things.
certain helmet and some bullshit like that.
He got signed, but after leaving the Steelers, drama reasons, he goes to the Raiders. Once he's on the Raiders, so much drama happened when he was on the Raiders. But then again, you almost could kind of follow this path where he's kind of right. There's two ends of it because, he goes to the Raiders and he's causing all this drama, stirring up all this shit. about his helmet, about this, about that, about Gruden. Everyone's like, fuck you, you're a nutcase. Turns out Gruden was actually a horrible guy.
Yeah, that's
so
very
maybe
true.
was Antonio Brown onto something? It'd be difficult for you to sway me in that direction with the Buccaneers right now.
Yeah,
But who knows? Maybe Bruce Arians got a million emails churn up
Yeah,
back there.
I don't know. It could also stem from like the CTE stuff, like brain damage stuff. But it's like so hard. How do you like track that and like figure out how much that actually is affecting him? Like, how do you figure out like a number or like a time frame or anything like that to like say this happened because he's got hit in the head so many times from taking hits,
Right.
crossing the fucking center field, getting smacked by linebackers. Like,
Ever since he got
you-
shit on by Vontaze Burfict with that dirty ass hit in the playoffs, he has not been the same. I don't know if you guys remember that hit. There's a super dirty Vontaze Burfict hit when it was Bengals Steelers playoffs like 5 years ago. Smoked him. And then Burfict gets like a massive penalty, and the Bengals end up choking that game because of the penalty. And I swear to God, he has not been the same ever since. Second thing with this is it's actually really unfortunate for Antonio Brown if he's telling the truth. He's the boy who cried wolf right now.
Yeah.
Which is really a bummer for him. He has lost a lot of credibility from being in the media way too much, from making a lot of stirs in the media, from saying some very outlandish things. He's more than entitled to say whatever he wants. But if you're always in the media stirring up shit and you don't build like a credible, I guess, a credible resource system, and then you want to drop some bombshell information like the Buccaneers are forcing me to play through injuries and they're mistreating players, you can't really expect us to believe you, right?
No, exactly.
Like, I have to look at that with a grain of salt. It would really suck if it's true, but there's no way I can sit here and be like, yes, Antonio Brown is very credible. He has historically been credible.
Right.
There's no reason I shouldn't believe this.
Yeah.
Either you believe Antonio Brown or you believe the whole Bucs organization. And it's so hard to believe Antonio Brown over the whole Bucs organization.
Yeah, 100%.
Also, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense that he's saying he was forced to leave. I mean, I get that Bruce Arians said, fuck it, like you're done. But I don't think that necessitated that he rips his pads off, makes a whole scene in front of everybody, and goes out and gets
Middle
of the
fucking
Uber.
game.
Yeah, I mean,
doesn't even take the sideline around. He cuts across the fucking field
he
too.
went through the end zone,
no
bro.
fucks,
Dude. That would have been a sick game to be at, though.
Yeah,
you know the stadium was just going ballistic.
Yeah, because that was at the Jets, right? Was that at the Jets?
Yeah, it was at Jets. Yeah. Jets
Holy
fans,
shit.
yeah, they still lost. So
yeah, that really sucks. But they got to see that at least. They're just like videos of people just giving him the finger and shit as he's leaving.
That was a weird time.
It's just, I mean, it could just stem back to like the brain damage stuff. Like I could never fathom like throwing away that opportunity. Like
that's horrible. It has to be. I was kind of sad actually seeing all the memes and all the everything about it because. And it is a bit Antonio Brown's fault because he's so outlandish and he makes himself this meme because he's always saying shit. Right. But it's very clear that he is not stable.
Yeah, it must not.
He just can't be. Like, it doesn't even have to be major CTE. I'm not going to play doctor here. But he's clearly not emotionally stable. And I actually feel bad that there's so many fucking memes about it. Because if this was any other player or like, let's say it was just like a generic quarterback and they got hit in the head really hard and they started acting weird. Everybody would be so sympathetic. Holy shit, he's got brain damage. We need to do something to stop this. But when it's Antonio Brown, just because he's been in the media so much, it's like, oh, what a nutcase. This guy's a fucking Antonio clown. I've literally personally made an Antonio clown video. So I can't really sit here and say this. But at this point, basically, I'm changing my opinion. At this point, I'm like, this guy actually needs help.
Do you think he'll get picked up, or you think he's done? I mean, who wants to bring that type of drama to their team?
Bro, do you realize how little of a fuck NFL teams give?
Clearly.
NFL teams don't give a fuck. Kareem Hunt kicked a bitch, and he got picked up by the Chiefs the next week. Kareem Hunt got dropped by, he got picked up by the Browns. Kareem Hunt, when he got in that trouble for like physically kicking a woman in a hotel room, gets dropped by the Chiefs, picked up by the Browns. Prater broke fucking weed protocols for the Broncos. That's how the Lions got him. Teams don't care, bro.
That one's not bad.
It's kind. It always and honestly, it just sucks for the team. No, I don't think that one's bad either. It's just the NFL teams don't care.
Yeah,
if they can win, they're picking
Clearly.
anybody up.
Right.
Yeah. Damon Arnett. So it does suck for the team because the Raiders dropped Damon Arnett, first round corner, because he was on Instagram saying he was gonna fucking kill somebody.
Right.
Had an AA-12 in his hand.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And he just got picked up. I think got picked up by the Dolphins.
Just fuck it.
Put that guy in Miami. That sounds fun.
Also, is he like a Hall of Fame wide receiver? Is he? Is he gonna?
Here's what I definitely think. I think if anybody is really elitist and judgmental, is the Hall of Fame board. Those fuckers barely wanted to put Terrell Owens in. Because Terrell Owens is always stirring up shit.
Yeah, right.
Even though Terrell Owens was like undisputed, put that dude in the Hall of Fame. That's how it felt for me.
Yeah.
I think he has been one of the best wide receivers in the league for the last 12 years. And I think those fucks at Hall of Fame are going to be pussies about it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They're going to be like, Antonio Brown is a drama nightmare. We're not putting him in there. Like, it doesn't matter, though. He's still fucking good. Yeah, I am going to be pissed when that conversation comes up and people are saying that because he was like a drama queen.
Yeah, because it's not like he's done anything like really bad, like fucking do bad things to like hurt someone or
That's true.
shit like that. He hasn't been on roids this whole fucking time.
That's a good
and shit
point.
like that.
I like that he hasn't like committed any felonies, like physically abused
Right.
anybody.
So it's all just kind of
fucking Ray Lewis in there, bro. He gotta kill somebody.
So it's like stirring the pot type shit. So I'm really curious to see if he's gonna, because I seen it somewhere about, he lost his chances for the Hall of Fame, all this shit, and it's like, I never really thought about it like that. But yeah, I mean, you got all
the chances. They're
all
just,
the old fucking. They're all old. They gotta be. All the people that like vote, they all gotta be older than fuck. Probably just hate the dude already.
Yes, 100%.
So,
hate the dude.
Damn.
He would have had a lot better odds if he had continued to play, though. Like, if he wasn't out for so much of this season, and he's playing next season and the season after that, he's probably
That's what I'm saying. He might have just thrown out, like, he might be done completely.
Well, yeah, I mean, especially if he's not going to play football again, he doesn't have the stats for it.
Right.
He's like 1 or 2 seasons away where you can really put him in the consideration.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, he would have been there, though. All right, that's our first segment, guys. The next thing that we're going to talk about with Antonio Brown here is everything on Twitter, because there's a whole lot.
Yeah.
There's an entire Bruce Arians statement. Like, he did a long segment, actually. He talked for like 2 minutes, which was surprising for Bruce Arians standards. I kind of expected him to tell everyone to shut the fuck up. He did after the game. After the game, they're like, what happened to Antonio Brown? He was like, I don't want to talk about that. I want to talk about the guys who impacted this game.
What one do you want me to pull in first?
Let's first pull up Antonio Brown's account from his lawyer. It's on Adam Schefter's Twitter.
Okay. Yep. This one right here.
Yeah. All right, boys. So we know that there is a ton of stuff going on with Antonio Brown right now. This is his full statement via his attorney. And this is basically the text that your ex-girlfriend sends you after you guys broke up. This fucker is long. I don't want to like meme it too hard, but I really do think his attorney should have advised him to shorten this. But hey, whatever. At least we get the full story. So I like it. Let's see this. First of all, I'd like to express my gratitude to the Bucs fans and my teammates. The Bucs helped me return to productive football after I had difficulties that could have ended my career. We worked together to resolve those difficulties, and I will always appreciate that. Being part of a Super Bowl champion team and then a contender is a dream come true. I make mistakes, I'm working on myself, and I have positive influences around me. But one thing I don't shy away from is playing hard on the field, and no one can accuse me of not giving it my all every play. Because of my commitment to the game, I relented to pressure directly from my coach to play injured. Despite the pain, I suited up. The staff injected me with what I know now is a powerful and sometimes dangerous painkiller that the NFLPA has warned against using, and I gave it my all for the team. I played until I was clear that I could not use my ankle to safely perform my playing responsibilities. On top of that, the pain was extreme. I took a seat on the sidelines and my coach came up to me very upset and shouted, "What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you?" I told him, "It's my ankle," but he knew that. It was well documented and we had discussed it. He then ordered me to get on the field. I said, "Coach, I can't." He didn't call for medical attention. Instead, he shouted at me, "You're done," while he ran his fingers across his throat. Coach was telling me that if I didn't play hurt, then I was done with the Bucs. I didn't quit, I was cut. I didn't walk away from my brothers, I was thrown out. Being fired on the sideline for having a painful injury was bad enough. Then came their spin. Coach denied on national television that he knew about my ankle. That's 100% inaccurate. Not only did he know I missed several games with the injury, he and I exchanged texts before the game where he clearly acknowledged my injury. He obviously knew I was on the injury list, and the GM acknowledged after the game in text messages to my camp that I did tell Coach about my ankle pain on Sunday. Let's move to the next slide. I know we were losing to the Jets, and that was frustrating for all of us. That's a pretty fucking good sentence right there. You can't argue with that.
For real.
But I could not make football plays on that ankle. Yes, I walked off of the field, but there's a major difference between launching from the line and taking hits compared to jogging off the field with a rush of emotions going through your mind. Okay.
Yeah.
I respect that. I'm reflecting on my reaction, but there was a trigger. The trigger was someone telling me that I'm not allowed to feel pain. I acknowledge my past, but my past does not make me a second-class citizen. My past does not forfeit my right to be heard when I am in pain. First, they cut me, now they cage me. Instead of asking how I felt or getting to the bottom of it, the team texted my camp promoting a totally false narrative that I randomly acted out without any explanation. They even told us in writing, don't spin this any other way. I have stress, I have things I need to work on, but the worst part of this has been the Bucs' repeated effort to portray this as a random outburst. They're telling people that first I walked off, then I was cut. No, I was cut first and then I went home. They threw me out like an animal, and I refused to wear their brand on my body, so I took my jersey off. As part of their ongoing cover-up, they're acting like I wasn't cut and now demanding that I see a doctor of their choice to examine my ankle. What they did not know until now is that on Monday morning, I had an urgent MRI on my ankle. It shows broken bone fragments stuck in my ankle, the ligament from the bone, and cartilage loss, which are beyond painful. You can see the bone bulging from the outside, but that must and can be repaired. The MRI has been read by 2 top orthopedic surgeons in New York City, including Dr. Martin O'Malley at Hospital for Special Surgery. Not realizing that I'd already scheduled at HSS, the Bucs ordered me under penalty of discipline and with few hours' notice to show up to a more junior doctor for another opinion. What a joke. They're playing like I wasn't cut, giving me a surprise attack order to show up to another doctor with no reasonable notice, and setting this whole thing up as a basis to cut me because what they did on Sunday was not legitimate. Sorry, GM, I already received a confirming opinion from the top doc at the hospital you ordered me to go to. I love the fans, I really do. I love my teammates and everyone who showed me grace and believed in me. I gave the Bucs everything I had on the field. What the organization is doing now needs to get cleaned up. I do not understand how people publicly claiming to be concerned about my mental health can do these things to me in private. Once my surgery is complete, I'll be back to 100% and looking forward to next season.
Yeah, dude.
Business gonna be booming.
Holy shit.
That is a massive statement. I take it back. Actually, I take back my opinion at the start. I'm really glad he included all of that. That is a lot of information.
That was really good.
Let's start with the pros, and then let's move to the cons from this statement. Are you cool with that?
Yeah.
So if we can flick back to the first page.
I do like, sorry to interrupt. I do like this comment right here. This is, it's got like maybe a little bit of an overview of it. But there's always 2 sides to it. So
yeah. I'm not sure if the people can see that. If people watching can see that. That might actually be blocked.
Yeah, they're right under.
This is really interesting.
I don't know.
So in that bottom right, there's a reply. This is the most liked reply on Twitter here. Oh, don't worry about it. I'll just read it out loud.
Yeah.
They'll be able to see it. So this is the most liked reply on Twitter here. It says, perfect. So what it seems like is they kept him from seeing a doctor for his injury, tried to force him to play, and then when he quit, they used his previous reputation to frame the situation as AB being unreasonable, disgusting. I stand with Antonio Brown. That guy looks slightly biased. His name is Quintonio Brown on Twitter. It's a good summary.
What really screwed Antonio Brown in this situation is just how he handled it. I mean,
absolutely.
If he would have never stormed off the field like that, and he would have just, sat on the sideline, or even just walked out.
Yeah.
Left his shit on, and just, walked out, but he, made it this huge thing. I think it really fucked with just his look. It
absolutely fucked, especially because people have, this 36-hour window to make memes and jokes and CTE everything. Yeah. What Antonio Brown is displaying here, from his point of view, is he wasn't going back in the game because he was hurt. They were trying to make him. And then Bruce Arians came over and said, dude, what the fuck is going on? And he's like, coach, I can't play. And he's like, no, fuck you. You're fired. So it's kind of actually ambiguous. And it sounds like Bruce Arians actually agrees with that point. If you could scroll up and click right back on his statement so that we can look at it while we're talking about this. But it actually looks like Bruce Arians completely agrees with this statement. The statement where Antonio Brown says, coach, I can't play. And instead he shouted at me, you're done, while he ran his finger across his throat. So it sounds like Bruce Arians agrees, because Bruce Arians said, when I spoke with Antonio Brown, I was trying to figure out why he wasn't going into the game. He just said, fuck it, he's done. They have a different account of what was said. Bruce Arians says that Antonio Brown just said, fuck it, I'm not getting targets, I don't want to play.
Right.
And it sounds like Antonio Brown's saying, no, coach, I'm hurting, I don't want to play. So Bruce Arians just said, fuck you, you're done. Like, I don't want to hear it. Here's a scenario that is possible where they are both correct. It could have been that Antonio Brown was pissed about the targets he was getting. And at halftime, he was bitching about it.
Right.
Bruce Arians heard that. They handled it. It was all done. Then in the third quarter, Antonio Brown actually feels like his ankle is hurting. However, Bruce Arians sees Antonio Brown bitching again and thinks that Antonio Brown doesn't want to go back into the game because he's not getting targets. When in reality, Antonio Brown is doing a poor job of communicating that his ankle isn't working. So when Bruce Arians going, what the fuck, get in the game. And he's like, coach, I'm not getting in the game.
Right.
He's not communicating that his ankle's hurt. All Bruce Arians thinks is he being a fucking diva.
Yeah.
And then Bruce Arians like, fuck it, you're fired, bud. I don't care what you have to say anymore.
Yeah.
And now you've got miscommunication. They both could be right. Both of their stories could be correct. The problem then comes is it's basically, at that point, it's really ambiguous. What is Antonio Brown supposed to do next? If Bruce Arians says, fuck it, you're done, but you're in the middle of a football game, what do you do? I think the level-headed, calm decision where you don't have a ton of drama is you sit your ass on the bench.
Yeah, you just chill.
You wait till things are over. You talk to somebody in the organization, say, hey, what's the next best plan of attack? Because one thing that I do fully disagree with here in Antonio Brown's statement, if you could go to the second page here.
Yep.
Actually, I'm trying to remember where it was. It was, yeah, go to the next one. I'm trying to find it real quick.
What was it about?
It was about him leaving. It was, one sec. I'm trying to remember.
First they cut me.
It's
they are telling people that I first walked off, then I was cut.
yeah. This part I really didn't like. They threw me out like an animal, and I refused to wear their brand on my body, so I took my jersey off. This I couldn't disagree with more. Antonio Brown is painting this picture that he was cut and just thrown out by the Bucks, and they just said "fuck you." It's so clear from all the video evidence. There was not a single person in the Bucks organization that was attempting to get Antonio Brown out of there.
Right, like they weren't escorting
There
him
was
off
nobody
the
escorting
field.
him out. In fact, it was actually the opposite. Mike Evans was trying to calm him down.
Yeah.
Mike Evans was like, bro, this is a bad decision. Put your fucking jersey back on. Don't do this.
To me, he just like took it way over the top. He's like, the coach is like, you're done. So he's just like instantly, he's like, he kicked me off the team. Is like, that's what he thinks.
Yeah.
And he's like, I need to get out of here. He just was not rationally thinking at all.
Yeah, absolutely.
Think
Definitely a
anyone
heated, emotional moment.
Yeah, I mean, anyone rationally thinking right there, you're just like, okay, I'm going to just chill here. Then you go up to your coach in 5 minutes and you guys fucking talk about it.
Right.
Then you get back on the field. Or if your ankle's actually fucked up, then that's where you're hoping the coach understands that. Or maybe in this situation, maybe he's like, you're fucking playing or you're out. So that's the two sides of the story. That
Absolutely.
I don't know if we'll ever truly know like how it actually went down.
We make such a good point. This is a great statement. It feels very believable.
Yeah.
But it's Antonio Brown.
Right.
He's
so
fucked
hard.
himself.
It
He
is
actually
really
has
hard.
fucked himself, dude. Like, I think if this was not only any other player on the Buccaneers, but almost any other player in the league, there's very few players in the league where this statement comes out and I go, and I look at it and I go, oh, fuck, I don't know if I can believe this. I think Antonio Brown is probably the number one guy where I don't know if I can believe it.
Yeah.
After that, who would you say else? I really don't even think there's
Like
that
who
many
you
players.
couldn't believe?
Who you might not believe.
Ooh.
I think if Chase Claypool came out of the stadium,
I
I might be
literally-
like, all right, dude,
I literally was going to say that.
fuck off.
Ah, damn, for real. That's why, that's what I was saying in the beginning. It's like, I'm like not even very surprised that this happened.
No.
Because there's just always some bullshit going around about him.
Here's the second point I would like to make, and this is my other point that does go against Antonio Brown. It seems almost too coincidental that this huge cover-up conspiracy, horrible actions by the Buccaneers happened to happen against Antonio Brown. Not only that, but I do think it's unbelievable, not entirely unbelievable, but I think it's difficult to believe that the Buccaneers actually gave that much of a shit about him playing.
Right.
I hate to be rude. I think he's an incredibly talented wide receiver, but this isn't the playoffs. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it would suck to lose to the Jets, but it's just not a pinnacle game. Tom Brady's still your quarterback. You're still the Buccaneers. You're going to win some games. You're going to lose some games. You lost to the Saints 0-9. Yeah. That's frustrating. Nothing happened in that game. I just find it difficult to believe that Bruce Arians and the Buccaneers organization actually had it in their mind that we don't give a fuck that Antonio Brown is hurt. We need him to play because we absolutely must win this game at all costs.
Yeah.
You're already down 14. You're a talented wide receiver, but you're not the quarterback. It's not like this is Tom Brady. You're not that impactful. You're impactful, but you're not that impactful. There's still 20 other guys on the football team. You got 11 on defense, 10 others on offense, and you got backup wide receivers who play good ball. So I do think that it's possible. But the conspiracy that the Buccaneers organization really needed Antonio Brown to play in this game versus the Jets, week 17, when you're already going to the playoffs, I really just...
I think it could stem back
I find that difficult to believe.
It could stem back to like what you were saying, whereas he was complaining all game or prior halftime, bitching, causing a huge storm about not getting receptions. So then they get out there, and then all of a sudden he's saying he's hurt, and Bruce Arians like, dude, fuck, like, what are you? You just caused all this drama, and now you don't want to play.
That's a huge. So
he's
point.
like,
yes.
Then fuck, like I'm done dealing with your shit. Because I mean,
yes,
I feel like he's must have dealt with Antonio Brown because it seems like he was on his last straw at this point. He's
this is the straw that broke the camel's back.
And they're losing. I mean, they're just not playing good.
Yeah, Arians was definitely not
he's
happy.
Probably
right
just
then.
he's probably just already on edge. And then you got all this bullshit drama. Mm-hmm. I mean, the only way to ever find out is if somehow there's like mic'd up, like both of them or someone could get all the convos, but I don't think it's ever. There's no way to ever figure out what.
That is such a bummer in situations like this. You just never know.
Yeah,
you never know. All you do know, really, though, is that AB kind of fucked himself no matter what. He will probably land
seriously.
on a team next year, though. That's so sick that he said, looking forward to next season.
Yeah, I wonder what are the odds that a team's already hitting him up.
I think every team is hitting him up. I think the Lions should definitely be hitting him up.
Yeah, but what else? What do they got to fucking lose? They definitely don't.
Jack says, what do you think about them keeping him out to prevent him from hitting incentives for $1 million?
I did. When you said that, I was like, that is a possibility, but I don't think that's even.
Well, you could say that, but he fucked himself for a lot of those games.
Right.
It's technically possible. You can't actually stop a player from playing well. Like, do you know how difficult it is to get 3 touchdowns, 28 receptions, and that many yards in 2 games? The biggest problem with him not getting his incentives is he faked his vaccination card.
Yeah.
Here's the other thing. You're not required to get vaccinated in the NFL. He didn't have to go through all that. He just didn't feel like doing the extra steps, which was, number one, he didn't want to get vaccinated. That's fine. If you don't want to get vaccinated, don't get fucked. But the second thing was if you are vaccinated, you get less stringent protocols from the NFL. For example, if you're in contact, I don't know the exact numbers, but it's like if you're in contact with someone who has COVID, you have to go into this protocol for like, let's say it's 4 days. But if you're vaccinated, it's only 2. So AB wanted the benefits of being vaccinated, but he didn't want to get vaccinated. That's why he got fucked for all those games. So I have no opinion on them holding him out for incentives. If he wanted the incentives, he shouldn't have lied about being vaccinated.
Yeah.
He could have gotten them so easily. If he had played all those games, he would have gotten them so easily. Vincent, welcome back to Memories, bro. Yeah, I think to wrap this up, I think the most likely scenario is what we were just talking about. I don't think either of them is outright lying. I think AB was bitching about targets. And then later in the game, when his ankle may actually have been hurting, Bruce Arians did not realize that. He thought he was just acting up again.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he basically thought Antonio Brown was being passive-aggressive with an injury, where he's just sitting there. Did I fuck up your camera? I'm sorry.
No, I don't know. I'm not even in this. So.
I thought I could totally see where Bruce Arians goes, AB, get in the game, but AB's so pissed off. He goes, oh, no, coach, my ankle hurts. My ankle hurts, coach.
Right.
And Bruce Arians is seeing that as, oh, you fucking dickhead.
Yeah.
You're just making this shit up so you don't have to play.
Right.
When in reality, he actually does have the injury. It's the same thing we've been talking about this whole thing, which is boy who cried wolf.
Yeah.
If you're being a bitch the whole time, it actually probably is.
Because there's
difficult for your coach
on
to
every single team, I'm not saying it's Antonio Brown, but there's always a player it always seems to be a dude that's super good, but if he like doesn't want to play, he'll just make up some excuse.
Yeah.
And then like coach will start to figure that out, and then it's just like, dude, I'm so done with you. Like,
I'm gonna be honest, bro. I think that's what Michael Thomas is doing right now. I think Michael Thomas is finessing the fuck out of the Saints. He has been injured for like a year and a half now.
Yeah.
He's been out forever.
Yeah. Dude, you never really fucking know.
Hey, Zach, thanks for being here, bro. We love you, dude.
But like
we
it
always see you on
stems,
here.
like what Lucas just said, AB needs to get his head checked. It's like, I don't know, how do you go about that? Like, what are the steps in like determining if that actually plays a role? Like, does he go get his brain fucking scanned? Like,
you can get.
I don't really know.
You can get a CAT scan. You can see how much CT you've had.
Yeah, that's just
It would be really just the most naive thing you could say is that he's fully stable.
Right.
There's no way.
Right.
There's just no way. And I hope he has a good support system that's working with that.
Yeah.
But all right, we're going to wrap this up. And the final thing we're going to talk about is, and this will be a third clip out actually.
Okay.
The final thing we're going to talk about here is the text messages that Antonio Brown tweeted out on his own Twitter. And once you're done with that, I'll get you a little intro for it. All right, boys. So much developing this story, but the final thing that we really do want to talk about is Antonio Brown posted what is supposedly text messages I just had a stroke. These are text messages that are supposedly between Bruce Arians and Antonio Brown. The only reason I say supposedly is because there's actually no way of verifying text messages ever.
Right.
You know, there's just no way of doing it. And the other reason I want to talk about it is these look really sus. They look really sus. This looks like how a 14-year-old would fake text messages, if I'm going to be totally honest. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't make it fake.
Literally, the first sentence is, "This is BA, Bruce Arians." It's like, how long has he been your coach? How long has you...
Did you just get his number?
Yeah,
a fucking week ago?
Right, exactly. Do you just now getting his number?
It says Thursday, December 30th. In what scenario did you just get his text message and his number? You didn't already have it? And why does he say this is Bruce Arians? Was Antonio Brown not expecting a text from his coach? I don't fucking get this at all. This is super weird. And he put this out on his own Twitter. His caption is health over wealth, #barbarian.
Like what? Like what's that?
The only thing I really think he's digging himself in a bit of a hole. Yes. This just looks so weird.
Yeah.
So the first text message is, "This is Bruce Arians. Make sure you're ready to go tomorrow. We are not resting for the playoffs." No response. Doesn't reply. Okay. You ghosted your coach. Then he gets a call me. We don't see anything about that. And then on Friday, 2 hours after Bruce Arians says, "Call me," he sends a message of him getting stretched out. He says, "I'm all in, coach. Really can't get to full speed. I want to win. I want to be there. If I wake up tomorrow and feel better, I'll be ready. Kind of rolled it outside on a 2-point play, and I want what's best for the team. Let me know when you're free. I'll call you." Bruce Arians says, "Come see me in the morning. We'll talk it out. Definitely want you with us in case you're ready." And Antonio Brown hearts it. Here's what I really don't get. What about this is incriminating for Bruce Arians? Yeah. Antonio Brown posted this to his own Twitter as if this is like a smoking gun. Seems like very casual, common text messages between a coach. Not only that, I still don't get the fucking start of it. Somebody needs to explain that. How do you post this with a text message that says, "This is BA" on Thursday, December 30th? Like, that's just weird. But yeah, I don't get. He posted this as if it's showing that Bruce Arians is a barbarian, or he really doesn't give a fuck about his health and wellness.
Yeah, it literally doesn't say anything about him having to play, even though he's hurt.
No, he says,
It's
come
like
see
he's
me in
like-
the morning. We'll
yeah.
talk it out. Definitely want you with us in case you are
Yeah,
ready. He's
exactly.
actually implicating,
it's-
if you aren't ready, we get it, but we would love to have you
It's
if you
literally
are ready.
hurting Antonio Brown.
That's what I saw. When I first saw this, I was like, why the fuck did you post this, bro?
Are they doing fucking talk to text? He says, come see me. I'm the morning.
Yeah, they both can't fucking type. That's why I do it looks so fake. It really looks so fake.
Yeah,
It looks like this shit was
Bruce
made
is
in
like,
a fucking lab.
Antonio,
dude.
those ain't your toes, dude. I know that ain't you.
Just some random guy.
Yeah.
Just a stock image. It's got
Right,
like
you just-
it's got that like vector image
Yeah.
watermark on the photo.
You just look up ankle getting stretched, and it's like the first image.
Well,
on-
you know what?
on
It is a
Google.
weird photo though, because that couldn't have been taken by Antonio Brown.
Right.
Because
That's
look
like,
at the angle. The angle comes from a third party.
Yeah,
So
that-
did AB say, "Yo, send me this photo. I got to send it to Bruce Arians"?
Yeah, like what? Just like, don't you have your phone in your hand and just
well, the
take
only
it?
way he could have taken is if he went like fucking that. So yeah, it's super weird already. But I guess I see what Antonio Brown is saying. The text message in question that Antonio Brown is presumably referring to is, "This is Bruce Arians. Make sure you're ready to go tomorrow. We are not resting for the playoffs." Okay. In certain contexts, I could understand where that might sound like a coach is telling you to play through an injury. However, that context isn't here. You didn't give that context. Oh, if you could actually scroll back to the first text. I'm
yeah.
sorry. That's the one that I'm talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
But this is BA. Make sure you're ready to go tomorrow. We are not resting for the playoffs. It would be one thing if the prior text message was, "Hey, coach, this is AB. We've never texted ever, even though it's fucking December 30th. But, my ankle's really hurting, and I really don't think I'm ready to go. Do you think I could rest for the playoffs?" And then Bruce Arians' response is, "This is Bruce Arians.
Yeah.
Make sure you're ready to go. We are not resting." Now he's denying that Antonio Brown has an injury, and he's saying play through it. What this looks like is probably a copy-paste text message that Bruce Arians sends to fucking everybody on the team.
Yeah.
Nothing about this is personal, and nothing about saying we are not resting for the playoffs implies anything about injuries. Thousands of football coaches say things like that. Like, hey, we're not taking our foot off the gas. We're not just going to coast through these games and get ready for the playoffs. We're still playing hard football.
Yeah.
You could take what Bruce Arians said in a million different contexts, and there's not a single goddamn text message before this. Would you get a brand new phone? It doesn't make any sense. I don't know why Antonio Brown posted this, but in my personal opinion, this looks worse for Antonio Brown.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, I don't know why.
100%.
It's just a bunch of nonsense. This looks like how I would fake a text if my mom told me she caught me I don't know. She caught me she was like, "Oh, I saw you out. You snuck out of the house." And I'm like, "No, Mom, look, I was texting Grandma." "Hello, Matt. This is Grandma.
Yeah.
Love to see you over at my house today. Really glad hanging out with you. Make sure you're ready for the playoffs tomorrow."
It's so fucking weird, dude.
It's weird, dude. The photo is extra weird too because he didn't
Yeah.
fucking take it. That's just
Yeah.
weird.
That's odd.
It's just weird, dude.
We need to find that dude and see if it's actually him.
I don't know. I'm interested to see if Bruce Arians touches on this. How funny would it be if Bruce Arians was like, "No, go through my phone. This never happened."
Like, dude, I have a Samsung. I don't have an iPhone. My shit would be
It's like-
green.
It's like, how's it blue? I have a fucking LG NV2.
For real.
Yeah, that's funny. When AB posted this, it was put out that Arians denied he knew AB had an injury before Sunday's game. This still doesn't imply that he has an injury, though. It just implies that he's saying, what Antonio Brown is saying here is, if I wake up tomorrow and I'm 100%, I'm ready to go. I kind of rolled it. That means absolutely nothing, if I'm going to be honest. And he says, "Come see me in the morning. We'll talk it out. Definitely want you with us in case you're ready." I don't know.
It's crazy to me. He said in that statement, too, it's bone fragments and ligaments torn. It's how is it that bad if it
He could have gotten it worse in the game, but the other thing
Yeah, that's
too
true, that's true.
is if medical records come out, like AB has legitimate medical record proof, that's going to change everything too.
Yeah.
If he really like can show people, here's an X-ray of my foot. Here's how fucked it is. This is what the Buccaneers wanted me to play through. That's a different story. It's also a hell of a different story than him just saying it really hurts and that it actually is that, because we don't know that.
Yeah, like we don't know if he actually. I don't know. It's hard for me to say that they told him he still had to play.
I don't believe that.
I
absolutely do not believe that there was anybody in the Buccaneers organization who said he had to play.
Right, exactly. So I mean, even if it comes out that his ankle is actually fucked up, I don't really think that changes much.
Yeah.
I mean, or if it comes out that his ankle's perfectly fine, then that changes a lot on Antonio's side, just being a fuckhead because he was just faking it. But
it's not a. I feel so bad saying this, but it's not a crucial. It's not a crucial player in a crucial position. Mm-hmm. This doesn't change anything really. It would be so weird if the Buccaneers actually thought to themselves, "Holy fuck! If AB doesn't play right now, we're going to get fucked."
Right.
Not only is that not true, but they won without him. They fucking won without him. They beat the Jets on a comeback, which isn't impressive. It's the Jets. But clearly they don't need him that bad.
Yeah.
He's a great player. You'd love to have him. There's like very few players on any football team where I could actually see a head coach going, play through that injury. We need you so bad.
True.
Right? I mean,
but I don't think
who's that important? A quarterback is that important?
Yeah. But in that situation, like that game, that wasn't that important of a game. It's not like you're in the playoffs or the Super Bowl.
That's the main reason I don't believe it.
Yeah.
But it's possible. I'm excited to see some more stuff come out about this.
And it's going to start rolling out.
I love the text messages, dude. They look so sus. They look so fucking sus.
It looks so bad.
Just show us a few before, bro. That's the first time you texted fucking Bruce Arians? Whatever. I believe it. Here's the other thing, though. It's almost like he asked Coach to text him. It like looks too weird that he storms off the field, gets fired 6 days after he gets his coach's number, and then posted text messages. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm on some conspiracy theory shit now, but it's like, what if he like kind of knew that the pot was stirring, and he wanted to have physical evidence? You know what I mean?
True.
Like if you're in a toxic relationship, you think your girlfriend's gonna stab you to death, so you start like recording stuff. Just me? Okay. Yeah, but you get my idea. All right, hey, that's it for Antonio Brown. We've gone over Antonio Brown for a good fucking hour now.
Yeah.
Someone said, "Yo." Matt Reed Chatmore, don't tell me what to do. Get fucked, idiot.
You just read your shit?
Yeah, I just read your shit. You got me, bro. He could have just deleted the previous conversation. That is possible, but why would if Bruce Arians deleted the previous conversation, why would Bruce Arians send a text that says this is BA? Right, Chase, do I text you say, "Hey, this is MM"?
Right.
Unless, of course, what Bruce Arians sent is just a copy paste that he sent to all his players, which also makes a lot of sense to me. All right.
That's true.
That's it. We'll see what happens, baby. We're on to our week 17. Wait, no, week 18 game picks, right?
Yeah, did you want to go over an overview?
Oh, yeah.
The last week.
Let's overview week 17.
And then we'll go into week 18.
Week 17 was an interesting week here in the NFL.
Yeah.
And I'm very excited to see this. Let's get it, baby. Giants, Bears. Bears have been looking all right. I will say just all right. I won't say anything more than that.
Yeah, crazy.
I am really sad. I said the Giants would win this game. Giants just look really bad.
So I got our picks right here as well, so we can kind of bounce back and forth. But
good looks. Jaguars, Patriots, 50 bomb.
Yeah.
Jaguars organization is in shambles. If Urban Meyer was on the Jags, would they have lost by 40?
No.
They would have lost by 50 or 60.
Yeah, that's true. They would have lost by more.
50-0, bro.
Yeah, holy shit. They were not letting off. Yeah.
Rams, Ravens. Holy fuck. The Ravens love losing by a point. The Ravens love losing by a point.
Dude, seriously.
They've had a few tough games, too. What do you think this Ravens-Steelers game is going to look like? Big Ben's last game?
I was just about to say that, yeah.
Well, actually, is it technically his last game? I think the Steelers have a way to get a playoff berth. It is actually possible. I don't think it's super realistic, but it is possible.
Did he ever just say, "This is my last game," or he like implied it very well?
He said 100% that last game was his last game at Heinz Field.
Okay, because they kept like all the headlines, possibly his last game, whatever. And then I seen after the game, he like stayed after and is like talking with like the fans or whatever, and then he's like crying, and I'm like, okay, this is his last game. He's out of there.
Without a doubt, his last game at Heinz Field, but we don't really know. guess is possible. Even if they make the playoffs, they're not going fucking deep. No,
it'd be cool to see him get a little push though, just a little bit.
Yeah.
You know,
dude, he
Just
threw
for
like
him.
40 passes and for 128
he's
yards.
a fucking tank.
It was horrible.
He's a tank, dude.
Dude, he got fucking carried. His team carried the TJ Watt personally carried him to that victory, but whatever. He got the victory. Yeah, 2019, Ravens love losing by a point. Buccaneers pull off the comeback.
So, yeah, holy
You can't
fuck.
really say that's that impressive, but I think this is what Bruce Arians actually was mentioning with don't take your foot off the gas. I think this happens to a lot of really good teams when they've already locked off the playoffs.
Right.
I think the players mentally themselves think, okay, I'm not going to go that hard because I want to be full steam for the playoffs. So you get to week 17, week 18, you're like, yeah, it's the Jets.
That's when players start getting hurt too. If you're not going full force,
Yeah, so
get some dumb injuries.
I guess I can see why the Buccaneers were losing that game, but then Tom Brady's like, bro, I'm not losing the fucking Jets. I'm
Yeah,
not doing that.
for real.
Chiefs Bengals, what a sick game.
Oh my god.
Can I just say Joe Burrow is exactly what the Browns thought Baker Mayfield would be?
Yeah.
The Browns are like, bro, we need to draft this like super cool white dude, fresh white, number 1 overall, Heisman stud. And Baker Mayfield's ass. But Joe Burrow is actually
Burrow
that
is
guy,
fucking
pal.
solid.
He is such a stud.
He really is. He is that guy, pal.
Falcons, Bills. Bills get the dub by 14. Titans, Dolphins. I'm surprised to see the Dolphins only score 3.
Yeah.
They put up 20 on the Saints. Saints got an incredible defense. I was really surprised to see this, but it happens. Raiders beat the Colts.
Dude, I was really surprised about that one.
I think it was for John Madden. John Madden was the Raiders coach.
There you go.
Raiders pull it out right here.
They
Love to
deserved
see
it. They
I
deserved
still
it.
have very high hopes for the Colts in the playoffs, though. Very, very high hopes. I think they're going to go deep, baby. Joe Shiesty. Back in blood, baby. You already know. Eagles beat the Washington football team. Washington football team has been such a letdown this year. Such an
True.
unbelievable letdown.
I have them. We'll get to it.
You had the Washington football team here?
No, not this coming week.
Ah, okay. Well, they're playing the Giants. So.
Yes, so.
Congrats. Broncos, Chargers. Chargers with the cheek clapping.
Yep.
Texans, 49ers. Bro, did you guys watch Texans, 49ers? Texans looked like they were going to win that game, the whole game. It was 7-0 at halftime, Texans. 49ers were like, all right, we need to stop this madness. Let's figure it out. Lions, Seahawks, slug out. There were 80 points scored in that game.
Yeah, seriously.
Amon-Ra
holy
St. Brown
shit.
having his little breakout season right now. Rashad Penny has also been like one of the best running backs in football the last 4 weeks. So that's exciting. Cardinals, Cowboys.
Wow.
That was a game.
That saved me because I think I was 4 games down.
Yeah.
And then they took that dub, so now I think I'm
It was a
only
big one.
3. Yeah.
It was a big one. It's just so weird to see the Cowboys like actually play like gods. You know, I know the Cardinals are a different caliber team than the Washington football team, but how they scored 56 and then come here and kind of laid an egg against the Cardinals is kind of sad to see. Panthers, Saints, I don't even want to talk about the game. It was disgustingly ugly, and the Saints need Drew Brees back, and the Panthers need fucking anybody.
Yeah.
There are like a few, teams look shitty. Like Panthers have more wins than the Lions, but I'd way rather be a Lions fan than a Panthers fan right now. That rebuild is not going good.
No.
No. Vikings, Packers. Vikings had Sean Mannion, so you can give them a little bit of sauce here. But even with Kirk Cousins, they were going to get clapped there.
Yep.
Aaron Rodgers looking like the
He's
best
so
quarterback in
good
football.
right now,
No
yeah.
question. And Browns, Steelers. Defensive game for the Steelers, absolutely. TJ Watt is a maniac. We need to point this out with TJ Watt. People are actually going to do this because they're dumb and they're not going to look this up. But TJ Watt has 21.5 sacks, and the record is Michael Strahan with 22.5. And people are going to be like, oh, but TJ Watt has an extra game. TJ Watt has only played 14 games. Michael Strahan got his 22.5 in 16, which means if the Steelers-Ravens game, TJ Watt can get 1.5 sacks, it's going to be tough on Lamar Jackson, but if he can do it, he will not only have the sack record, but he will have done it in less games than Michael Strahan.
Damn.
That's your defensive player of the fucking year, and if it isn't, they're racist. I don't know. He should have got it last year, so they're doing something over there, bro.
Damn.
Yeah, he's an absolute stud. So I really hope he gets it. Yeah, that's our Week 17 overview, baby. It
Yeah.
was a good week. It was a fun
Not
week.
too bad. Not too bad.
All right, let's zoom into our Week 18 picks, and I'm
Yeah.
actually going to throw in the notes that we definitely need to go over TJ Watt.
Okay.
And then we're also, boys, we're going to do all of our predictions for the NFL awards this year. And I actually need to pull something up here. Uno momento, boys. I have to get butt naked.
But naked. But naked. Offensive rookie of the year, yeah.
Where is...
You think Jamar Chase over Mac Jones? I don't know. Boys, we're dialing it in today for you.
Yeah, we got a lot. We got a lot going on today, baby.
All
What
right.
are we looking at? All right, yeah, here's our Week 18 game picks, boys. Oh, this isn't the final week. We're going to do it through playoffs and Super Bowl II. So, Chase, you do have an opportunity to come back.
Yeah.
It's not all sold yet. You haven't
Yeah.
entirely sold. But I do have a 4-game lead going into the final full week of NFL football. That also brings tears to my eyes.
I know,
The final
dude.
full week NFL
It's
football.
sauced by.
How can I feed my gambling addiction if there's no football on?
That's true.
Yeah. I'm
Gotta
going to start
move
gambling
to,
on just...
horse
I'm going to do
racing
some
or
Michael
something.
Jordan shit. I'm just going to be like, heads or tails? $50,000 right now. Kansas City Chiefs versus the Broncos. We both got the Chiefs.
Yep.
I like that. They did lose to the Bengals, but they still played a great game. And also, the Bengals are really fucking good. So that doesn't sway anything here. Cowboys, Eagles. I really can see the Eagles winning this game. I actually can straight up see the Eagles winning
That would
this
be
game.
nuts.
But I think the Cowboys need to win this because they need to head into the playoffs with a dub, especially after that kind of tough loss to Cardinals. So I still like the Cowboys here. I've got the Giants. You've got the Washington football team.
Yeah, I gotta sauce it up.
I don't know why the fuck I have the Giants here. I'm going to be honest. They just put up 3 points on the sorry-ass Bears.
You're
But
saying the Bears are starting to look good, so I don't know.
they're sorry as fuck. And they dropped a 29 bomb. The Giants look so bad, bro. But I believe. I don't know why I believe, but I believe the Giants are going to find
This
a
is
way.
a game that somehow they'll fucking pull it out. For
Exactly. Bengals versus Browns, the number 1 overall pick quarterbacks going at it, except one of them's actually good and one of them fucking sucks at football.
True.
You can take a pick as to who I think that is. Chase has got the Steelers, and I've got the Ravens here. Big Ben's last game, potentially?
Yeah, he's going all out, and then the Ravens aren't looking too hot. So,
Ravens have been really struggling.
yeah.
It's kind of sad to see. And yeah, and you know, I wouldn't be happy, or I wouldn't be sad if I'll be, fuck. How about I stop having a stroke?
Yeah.
How does that sound? I'll only be sad about the Steelers winning if TJ Watt does not get the sacks. I want him to get the record so bad. So if he gets the record, propels the Steelers to a win, and I lose this one, fuck it. I don't care. Totally fine with that. But I will be really depressed if they... What if the Ravens, like Harbaugh knows, and they just start triple teaming Watt? Lamar
Just
gets
to
sacked
fuck
every
his
play,
record.
but it's just not Watt.
Just to fuck his record.
They put 5 O linemen on him. 2 D linemen have a straight shot at Lamar every play. But the 5 D linemen or 5 O linemen are all on TJ Watt.
Dude,
That would be such a cock
that would be
block.
so fucked.
That would be fucked up. And then like kids 40 years from now won't even know. Wait, TJ Watt sucked. He couldn't even get the
wasn't
record.
good at all.
He had 18 games and he couldn't get the record. Oh, you fucking so mad. All right, Packers, Lions, don't even ask. You know what's going to happen here. Colts, Jags. Is that correct?
Where
Colts
at?
play the Jags? Oh, yeah, it is. The Jags last game. So the Lions, basically, we did sell our number 1 overall pick. We sold it. By beating the Cardinals, we sold it. Because there's really no way the Jaguars beat the Colts here.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
literally possible.
So the Jags would pretty much have to beat the Colts for us to get number
For
one.
us to get number 1 overall pick, we lose to the Packers, Jag beat the Colts. That's the
Right.
only scenario. There's
Okay.
nothing else.
Dude,
Most
if
likely scenario is
we
both
both
lose.
have the Packers here, but if we somehow win that, I'm gonna be so pissed.
If we win, we
We,
go down to
we
like
beat the
fourth
fucking
pick.
Cardinals, dude.
That was a weird game.
Like what?
It was a weird
Because
game.
we like how you just skipped through that one. You're like Packers, Lions. You know, we did that same exact thing
For Cardinals.
For Cardinals, and then what happens?
Yeah.
We fucking win.
Yeah, it scares me when you say it like that. I think we would drop to. I think we drop to the number 4 pick if we do that. So let's hope we don't.
I really
this
don't
is
think
more of
there's
me
a-
hoping we lose.
I really don't think there's a shot, but
yeah, especially not the Packers. Packers look way
Yeah.
too good.
it's always like I mean that's like it's almost like a rival game, a little bit.
It should
just
be
like-
a rivalry game.
it's just like a- I
It
don't know.
should be an NFC North rivalry game, but the Packers
always
own
get-
us.
Yes.
And they own the Bears. They also own the Vikings. So they own everybody.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, but you know what? It would be funny, though, because the Packers' first game of the year was that horrendous game against the Saints. So what if their last game of the year is a horrendous game against the Lions? Let's not speak that into existence.
Yeah, no.
Vikings beat the Bears. Bears are sorry as fuck. Joke of a franchise. Titans beat the Texans.
Yep.
I'm with you there. You knew Chase was going to go Saints here.
Yeah, Saints beat the Falcons.
I like the Falcons. I like the Falcons offense.
The Saints beat the
put up
Bucks. That's all I need.
That's true. That's a good point. Seahawks, Cardinals. We both got the Cardinals here. Both got the Bills over the Jets, although give a Bucks a run for their money. Bucks over the Panthers. Panthers are sorry.
Yeah.
That's an L.
Dude, yeah.
Patriots beat the Dolphins. Yes, okay, that makes sense. LA beat San. Oh, we got really similar games, so we only have two different. Is that correct?
We have
three.
Three.
Giants, Washington football team, Ravens, Steelers, and Saints, Falcons. This will be an interesting week.
I'm excited.
There has never been a week 18 of football. This is the first year there's ever been a week 18 of football, so I'm kind of excited to see this.
Why did they do that? Do you know? Is there like a reasoning behind it? Or
just more money. More money. Yeah. Extra football. There's one more game this season.
Right. Makes sense.
All right, boys. Our week 18 game picks. We'll see how it pans out, baby. We got playoffs.
Yep.
So excited. So excited. The next thing that we're going to talk about here, I just want to touch on I do just want to touch on for a second.
Mute that. I can hear it for
there
half
audio?
a second.
Good call. Thank you,
heard
sir.
it through my headset.
Let's do our NFL awards predictions. Yeah?
Okay.
Let's see if we can pull up an article so that the boys can have a little bit of graphic to look at.
Yeah.
NFL awards 2022. I'm so excited.
Yeah, let me know.
It'll be the NFL honors. So if you want to scroll it down, you'll be able to see like a list of like a few of the options.
Oh, like this?
Yeah, bingo. That's probably the best way we could do this, yeah? Can you guys see those? All right, boys. Next thing we're going to be talking about is our NFL awards predictions. This is actually a sick year for the NFL awards because I think there's actually a really good debate to be made for a lot of different players. And I feel like it's usually not like that. Like, I feel like there's a lot of years where you're just like, yeah, I know exactly who it's going to be. I know exactly who it's going to be here. Let's start with the NFL's most valuable player. NFL MVP, Chase, who you got?
Ooh, fuck.
I think for like...
I'm going to have to say Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, thank you. I'm really glad you said that. I'm saying Aaron Rodgers, too. Tom Brady sold. He fucking sold. He might have sold on purpose because he knows the MVP curse, you know? Because MVPs never win the Super Bowl.
True.
Rodgers got it last year, and he got clapped by Brady then, so I guess Brady
When do they pick these, though? I feel like they got to do this at the end of the
really
season,
soon.
right?
No, because they don't want it's always a regular season award.
Oh, okay.
You don't want to do it in the playoffs. It's same with the NBA. NBA does the same thing.
Okay.
You give out MVP. It actually pisses people off, though, because then playoffs start, and someone starts playing really well or really bad.
That's why I was wondering. Because, like, what if Rodgers just chaps himself and loses first round, and then Tom Brady goes to the end and wins? Then
he
it's
gets
like,
Super Bowl MVP, though.
Yeah.
So you can still get that. But yeah, this is basically a regular season award. Most valuable player, Aaron Rodgers. I actually think there's less of a debate for this now. Tom Brady sold, though. He had it. He totally had it in the bag. Mm-hmm. It really looked like Tom Brady was going to get it, and then he had a horrendous game versus the Saints. That's really, oh my God. Both Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady had fucking horrible games against the Saints. I just realized that.
Oh, damn.
Saints are like the super quarterback kryptonite.
I guess so.
Except they have Taysom Hill and Ian Book at quarterback, so they're just ass. But yeah, it was both of them. So I think Aaron Rodgers is going to get it. He's been playing just incredible the last few games. He definitely clutched it up, though. Like, he didn't look like he was going to get it, but he clutched it up. Next one is Coach of the Year. Urban Meyer or John Gruden?
Yeah,
it's a toss-up.
It's literally between those two.
I could tell that's why you laughed.
Yeah.
They really should give it to Urban Meyer, though. That would just be funny.
I know, hand it to him.
I would personally be at the ceremony. I would be standing
the only one.
Standing Ovi at the ceremony.
Just me and you. Like, why are these dudes clapping?
What the fuck? Everybody else is booing. TikTok, you need to leave.
Don't come. Don't come.
I'm gonna come. Coach of the Year is Zach Taylor, actually. Bengals coach.
Okay.
Everyone thought the Bengals were going to be ass, myself included. Bengals looked like shit last year. They didn't draft an O-lineman like everyone thought that they were supposed to do. They drafted Jamar Chase, who looked horrible in preseason. They basically were fully set up for what looked to everyone like failure. And they have played incredible.
What about Belichick?
Fuck Belichick. He's a system coach. Actually, yeah. I mean, I think Belichick could get it. I don't think he will. I think Zach Taylor's going to get it.
Vrabel. He's been down Julio, Henry, and Brown.
I don't know about Vrabel.
Okay.
He's been down. Yeah, but I don't think they really put that into consideration, how many players on your team are injured. Because you could do that for every single team. You can sit there and go down the list of who was injured when.
Right.
I don't really do that. NFL is literally so win-oriented. It's just wins. No one cares about really anything else. That's also why quarterbacks always win all these awards, because they think the quarterback won the game for some reason. AP comeback player. This has got to be the biggest debate. Comeback player of the year. It's either Joe Burrow or Dak Prescott. It's really hard.
So what is that insinuating?
Comeback player of the
Like,
year is they were
after
injured last year and
injury.
they come back and they play really well. So like Alex Smith got it because he had these horrible injuries. Like one year he had horrible
Right.
injuries. No one thought he'd play football again. He comes back. He didn't even play that well, but it was like, that's really cool. Alex Smith will hand it to you.
Yeah.
But this year it's actually a fucking slug out. Dak busted his foot in like the third game last year. It looked horrible. He's played amazing football this year. Amazing football.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Burrow, I think it was his ACL, something in his leg, looked really bad. On top of Joe Burrow playing amazing, everyone also thought the Bengals were going to be dog shit.
Right.
So I am going to say that Burrow's going to win Comeback Player of the Year. I think 2 awards are going to go to the Bengals. He has so much going for him. 500-plus passing yard games. He's doing it with a super young team, throwing bombs at Jamar Chase, another super young guy. Dak was already an established good quarterback. It's not too surprising that he came back and played really well, at least in my perspective. I think it was a shock that Joe Burrow played as amazing as he has played this year. I think Joe Burrow wins Comeback Player of the Year.
I like that.
We'll see. We'll see. What do you guys think? Some people are saying Nick Bosa, Joey Franchise, Joe Shiesty. I think Burrow gets it. I think Dak could get it too, but I don't know. That is, you could say the same thing, though, about the Cowboys. Cowboys were fucking horrible last year. Cowboys were really bad last year. Not as bad as the Bengals, but they're bad. But that kind of just shined light on how good Dak was already, though. It was like, damn, this team is really carried by Dak. I think it's going to be Burrow. We'll see. That'll be an exciting one, though. This is what I mean. Like, these are going to be close. Here's another one that's going to be insanely close. Offensive Player of the Year. So this is not the same as MVP. Because technically, like, if Aaron Rodgers is the most valuable player, he also technically is the best offensive player of the year. But they do this totally differently. This is more like a skill position player. Offensive Player of the Year is one of 2 people. It is Cooper Kupp. Or it is Jonathan Taylor. And holy shit. I think out of pure consistency, it's going to be Cooper Kupp.
Yeah.
But I think if Jonathan Taylor had done just a little bit more, he would have gotten it. He had 5 touchdowns in one game, dude. Jonathan Taylor has done some cracked shit. Really impressive shit. I think Jonathan Taylor's good games were so much more impressive than most of Cooper Kupp's games. Like, they were way sicker.
Right.
But he's had a lot of duds. He started off the season really weak. We actually thought
That's
that
what ruined
Saquon
it.
Barkley, week 1 through 3, we're like, Saquon Barkley was a way better fantasy pick than Jonathan Taylor.
True.
Because Jonathan Taylor's ass the first 3 weeks.
Bit us in the ass at the end.
Dude, we got fucking clapped. But Jonathan Taylor has his dud games here and there. Not so much you can do about that. But Cooper Kupp has literally performed.
He's got a lot of grit.
He has such a high motor.
Yep.
There should be an award called the High Motor and Grit Award.
Yeah.
I would give it to Cooper Kupp or Hunter Renfrow, potentially George Kittle, potentially Julian Edelman. Doesn't even play in the league anymore, but I think I'd still give it to him.
Yeah,
I feel like Wes Welker could get it. He doesn't play in the league anymore, but I think he could.
True.
Get it. Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah. Might as well.
There should be a racism award. I would nominate myself. I would hope that the whole league would nominate me. We'll see. Offensive Player of the Year, I've got Cooper Kupp.
I like that.
Defensive Player of the Year, if it's not TJ Watt, I'm riding. He's about to beat the NFL sack record with less games than Michael Strahan had. If it's
That's
not
gonna
TJ
be.
Watt,
He should definitely.
yeah, he's gonna get it.
definitely.
He also was supposed to get it like the last 2 years straight, and he never got it. So, all right, here's where we get back to it's a hairy debate. AP Offensive Rookie of the Year. It was Jamar Chase. Then he fell off, and it was Mac Jones. Now it's Jamar Chase again. Jamar Chase had 3 touchdowns, 256 yards. 256 yards. What the fuck? Who has 256 yards? Mac Jones has probably never thrown for 256 yards in a game. Ever. In his whole career. It's probably not true.
Damn, dude, that's so tough. Is it the same board panel that picks all these?
I do not know how this is voted on. So I couldn't give you a good answer.
Right.
Offensive Rookie of the Year, I believe 1,000% should be Jamar Chase. If it's not Jamar Chase, I'm going to be pissed. But Mac Jones could very well get it. I wonder what Vegas says the odds are right now. Who is favored for Offensive Rookie of the Year? Here's the 2021 NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year odds tracker. Oh my God, it has changed so much. Mac Jones. Wow. Mac Jones at plus 193. Jamar Chase at minus 250. For those of you who don't gamble, that means Jamar Chase is currently favored. It has changed so much. Check this out. Oh my God, it has changed so much. This is crazy. On the 7th of December, Mac Jones was minus 500 and Jamar Chase was plus 350.
Damn.
On the 22nd of December, Mac Jones was minus 750 and Jamar Chase was plus 400. What that means, ladies and gentlemen, is if you bet $100 on Mac Jones to win Offensive Rookie of the Year on December 22nd, you'd win $7.50. But if you bet $100 on Jamar Chase to win it, you win $400. Now, Jamar Chase is favored. It's got to be Jamar Chase, bro.
You would think at this point, for sure.
I want to see it. Yeah, Jamar Chase literally had a quarterback stat line in that game. It's ridiculous. We'll see, though. There's another week. If Jamar Chase does not shit, Mac Jones has a great game, it could flip right again. But this will be the week that determines it.
It happened that fast.
Defensive Rookie of the Year, it's Micah Parsons. Micah Parsons looks like a super legitimate, 5 years in the league linebacker already. That's so awesome for the Cowboys. They got some young studs, so good for them. Couldn't be the Lions. Shit'll never happen to us. Fuck. They got him kind of deep, too. I don't know what pick it was, maybe the 11th or 12th, but great pick. Now, it gets into some awards that I really have not looked into too much. I do believe they have Breakout Player of the Year, right? Is that an award, Breakout Player of the Year? How do they not have that? They've got the Clutch Performance Play, the Walter Payton Man of the Year.
What is Fan of the Year? Presented by Captain Morgan.
There's a Fan of the Year?
Yeah, right here.
That's a good question. Might be that kid who looks like Trevor Lawrence. If there's a Breakout Player of the Year, it's Hunter Renfrow.
Okay.
Apparently that's not an award, though, which is super lame, but it should be Hunter Renfrow. That'd be sick. FedEx Air and Ground is the best. FedEx Air and Ground, Air is going to go to Cooper Kupp and Ground goes to Jonathan Taylor. But that's not the real awards are the AP awards.
Right.
The AP awards are ones people give a shit about. And people also really do give a shit about the Walter Payton NFL Man of the Year award. But that's just who's a very good person.
Yeah.
Dallas said that. Dallas,
really
you know
cool.
I can't read that. Whoa, Zach Kennedy donated 50. I didn't even see that. That was a while ago. I'm so sorry. Thank you so much, bro. He said, thoughts on clapping Bella's cheeks. You sent me $50 to ask me that. What are we doing? What are we doing?
What are we doing, bud?
What are we doing?
He's probably not even here right now.
Fan of the Year. Yeah, he left. Fan of the Year is the guy that got the Brady 600 TD ball. You're probably right.
Is that what that is?
He's
Is
going
it
to get
just
a
a
whole
random?
Bitcoin. It'll just go to whoever's the coolest fan.
That's cool, actually.
It's just a fun one.
Yeah, that's cool.
But yeah, that's it for our awards. It's gonna be weird to see. I think the ones that are truly a toss-up: Comeback Player of the Year, Coach of the Year, Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
Offensive Player of the Year. That's a lot more toss-ups than there really ever are. There's usually not that much of a debate on these. So this is going to be a really good one.
I like it.
I'm excited. Tyrann Mathieu is the front runner for Man of the Year. Good for him. I played basketball with that guy. He threw me the ball, and I lobbed it to Devontae Friga, and he slammed that shit.
Damn,
So,
really? That's fire.
was lit as fuck. Yeah. Good times.
We do have a clip that says Jamar Chase Rookie of the Year. We kind of talked about that in that one, though.
Yeah. Well, we'll just make that its own clip out. Who will win? I can give you a little blurb to talk about it right now. And then
Here,
you
I'll
could
just pull up that.
transition
I'll just
into
pull
that
up
clip.
the Rookie of the Year odds. Does that
Gotcha.
sound good?
Yeah. Guys, we're going to shill for 1 minute because I forgot that we were going to clip this out as its own thing.
Is it this one? Or what
Yeah,
one
yeah.
were you
Keep
on?
that right there. That's perfect.
Okay.
Chase, the last time we talked about who was going to win Offensive Rookie of the Year, we said the same thing that happened for MVP, which was Mac Jones is going to win it unless Jamar Chase has a miracle game
Yeah.
or Mac Jones sells. Kind of both happened. Mac Jones won a game where he had like 3 receptions or 3 like actual completed passes.
Right.
And Jamar Chase had a fucking 266. What the fuck? What is the record for most receiving yards in a game? Do you know? Guys,
don't
Chad, do you
know.
know? Record for most receiving yards in a game. The record is 336.
Damn.
If you have heard of this man's name before, please let me know. It was Jim Everett. Slinging footballs. Wait, who? Wait, who the
that
fuck
dude
is
in the
this?
fucking 70s?
It was in 1989. That's
Oh.
not even a real year. That doesn't even exist. I'm pretty sure women couldn't even vote then. Can we really count it? Greatest thing to ever happen, women getting to vote.
He had to have beat the rookie fucking records, right? Or was that the rookie records?
No, this is like the
All-time.
all-time record.
What about rookie?
Okay, no, he has every fucking rookie wide receiver record, probably.
He's gotta, I would think.
Although rookie Randy Moss is very, very, very good.
True.
Either way, Jamar Chase is now a pretty heavy front runner over Mac Jones for Offensive Rookie of the Year. And if he doesn't get it, everyone is racist, myself included. Seriously. I'm going to be so pissed
Is this
if
the
Jamar
last
Chase
week?
doesn't win this.
Is this the last
This is
week?
the most recent. Yeah, this upcoming week
Like
is the
week
last
18
one.
is the last week.
For voting.
Okay.
Yes, the playoffs are irrelevant for this.
Okay.
Because that would be dumb because then some players make the playoffs and other players don't. Jamar Chase at minus 227, Mac Jones at plus 185. There were points in time where Jamar Chase was like plus 1,200. Now, you could have made fucking bread on this if you bet on
Yeah.
Jamar Chase. I'm so happy. There's still a world though because these odds aren't that crazy.
Yeah, who does each team play?
The Patriots play the Dolphins, they're going to smack them.
Okay.
The Bengals play the Browns, they're going to smack them.
Oh,
The only
shit.
problem with like a wide receiver is you're just not guaranteed to get targets. Jamar Chase does get a lot.
Actually, I saw someone. Yeah, okay. So getting the targets. I seen someone in chat say that Burrow might possibly be sitting, like resting, because are they in the playoffs already?
I don't know if they'd actually do that.
Or
It's
they play
NFL
him.
Teams rarely do that.
Yeah.
It's possible.
Someone said Joe Burrow isn't playing.
Why is he not playing?
Chase is
true?
being sat. No,
I don't know if I believe either of those things.
That'd be nuts, dude. That plays into it too.
Oh! You know Mac Jones' bitch ass is going to throw 12 checkdowns. It won't matter. Jamar Chase is going to get it, dude. It won't matter. They better not take that. If Jamar Chase and Burrow do not play, they better not take that into fat. Ugh, I'm going to be so mad. Burrow is resting because of a sore knee. Damn. He needed some cocksucking shoes, Chase. His knees are hurting.
For real.
Me
Get
and
my man
Chase,
so.
whenever me and Chase walk by like knee pads, like in
Yeah.
a store, or you see someone knee pads on, Chase calls them cocksucking shoes.
It's fucking hilarious. boys.
Holy shit. Okay, well, Jamar Chase could still play, just not with Joe Burrow. Here's what Jamar Chase needs to lock it up, in my opinion. He needs 5 receptions and 80 yards. That's it. Okay?
A tutty.
I don't even think he needs a tutty. He doesn't need
What
the
if
tutty.
Mac Jones throws for like 3 for like?
Mac Jones physically is incapable of throwing for over 100 yards. Let's be clear here. Fuck Mac Jones. Okay, you're right. If Mac Jones throws 300 yards, 3 touchdowns, he'll get it. He has no clue how to do that. No fucking
He's lost.
shot. All right, hold up. Actually, let's go look at his stat line. Mac Jones just put a 50 bomb on the Jaguars. Let's see what his stat line looks like. I bet he's got fucking 180 yards and 2 touchdowns, maybe.
Where are they at?
I have not looked at this stat line. It's actually pretty good. It's still not. You put a 50 bomb and you have 227 yards.
Yeah, that's 3 TDs.
3 TDs,
though.
no interceptions. That was a little sketchy.
22 for 30.
Dolphins defense is good. I like Dolphins defense.
What was? We were just talking about it.
11 receptions, 266 yards. That he basically said, "Fuck you, Mac Jones. You're not winning this shit." That's just spectacular, bro. That's fucking insane. How do you do that?
So it sounds like to me Burrow is 100% not playing because of a sore knee. And then it sounds like it's up in the air if Jamar Chase is playing. And I haven't heard anything about Mac Jones.
If Burrow's not playing, Jamar Chase is, he'll still get receptions.
Right.
He just needs a mediocre stat line, and Mac Jones needs to have a Mac Jones stat line. I'm not biased at all, guys. I really don't care who wins, but Mac Jones can go fuck himself, and it better be Jamar Chase. But I have no dog in this fight, you know? I don't care who wins it. All right, yeah, we had to touch on that. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Jamar Chase. What else we got in here, boys? We've been grinding today.
Just like my boy Urban.
Sure. How close is Cooper Kupp to the records, Chase?
I don't remember. I put that in there. I seen that somewhere. Let me see if we can saw something up here.
Type in Cooper Kupp records. Is a really good article.
Which one?
Bingo.
one?
NBC Sports. All right, boys. We do want to make a segment on Cooper Kupp and how he could potentially be breaking multiple NFL records against the 49ers if he basically has an above-average game for how he's been playing this season. For most wide receivers, this is going to be like a incredible game, but for him, it's literally standard. The question I pose to all of you, though, do you think that there should be an asterisk in the record book? Because as of right now, this is how many games every other NFL wide receiver has been allowed to get these records. Not that I think records are that important, to be honest. I think a lot of these players just care about winning. But there is a record book. There is a Hall of Fame. And people are always concerned on players breaking records. If Cooper Kupp manages to do this, how do you think they handle it, Chase?
I mean, if I was someone that broke a record and someone did it, but in more games, I would be a little fucking salty about it.
Because where do you draw the line, right? Like, let's say like 5 years from now, the NFL's like, we're tacking on 3 more games.
Yeah, right.
And now every record gets broken, and you're like, okay.
Right, exactly.
That's fucking
There's gotta be a line at some point. Like, grab a new record book.
That's what I'm saying. They almost should do a 16-game record book and just end it.
Yeah.
And now you open up a 17-game record book. Or
18,
here's
right?
the problem. Well,
18?
no, it's 18 weeks, 17 games.
Okay.
Because every team
bye.
gets a bye.
Makes sense.
Here's the other problem with that, though. TJ Watt, then, in that scenario, TJ Watt would have an asterisk, but he's only played 15 games out of the 17.
True.
So do you have to go case by case and say, this player played only so many games? They don't do that in the record books. They definitely don't do that. Nobody goes through the whole record books and goes, oh, well, his is more impressive because he only had this. That's kind of why it's an issue, in my opinion, because anybody 10 years from now, here's what they're going to see. They're going to look at the record book, and let's say Cooper Kupp beats Calvin Johnson's records. I'm sorry, boys. I'm getting a little ahead of myself. Let's read this article, see what records he's about to break, and then we'll touch on this a little bit more. Los Angeles Rams wideout Cooper Kupp has the chance to break some impressive NFL receiving records in Sunday's season finale at SoFi Stadium. That is, unless the 49ers defense can slow the star receiver down in a pivotal game for both teams. Kupp is 11 catches away from equaling Michael Thomas Slantman's remarkable 149 reception campaign back in 2019 with the Saints. Kupp also needs 135 receiving yards to tie Calvin Johnson's single season record of 1,964 yards set in 2012. So To beat the records, he needs 12 receptions, 136 yards. He needs to average roughly 11 yards per catch or just, have one big break. That sounds like a lot, but for him, it's not. He does this shit every fucking game. He has like 10 receptions and 135 yards every single game. So I think 12 receptions is a bit aggressive. That's difficult. But I don't think 135 receiving yards is difficult for him at all. He's getting like 5 yards per catch and then one deep play per game. So It's very realistic. 28-year-old spoke to reporters on Monday about potentially being able to make NFL history. Given that the NFL added a game to the regular season slate in 2021, Kupp acknowledged that his record should be held in a different light than what Thomas and Johnson did over 16 games. He basically said, give me the fucking asterisk.
Yeah.
What those guys did in 16 games, it wouldn't seem right to, I don't know, for those to be broken in 17 games. It wouldn't hold the same weight to me as it does for guys that have done that in a 16-game season. Hey, props. That guy's got a lot of grit and a lot of motor and a lot of drive. Good for him. Kupp is also very likely to win the vaunted Triple Crown by pacing the NFL in catches, receiving yards, and touchdowns at season's end. Kupp leads runner-up Devontae Adams, Justin Jefferson, and Jamar Chase by 2 receiving touchdowns. I think that's a little bit further down than where you're at. I will say the Triple Crown is really fucking impressive. You can say whatever you want about all of the games and how many games are being played, yada, yada, yada. He is the league leader in receptions, receiving yards, and touchdowns. And it ain't even that close. Devontae Adams, who's an absolute stud, has 21 less catches than him. He's not catching up. Justin Jefferson would need 310 yards. That shit ain't happening. And Jamar Chase, 2 receiving touchdowns. He would need 3 again. I don't think that shit's possible. So it seems like it's a perfect start for him to get the Triple Crown. He's acknowledged the potential asterisk. I wonder if NFL, basically the people who write the NFL records, have thought about this. Like, do you think they're like, fuck it, we're just going to deal with this if it becomes a problem?
Damn near, yeah.
Well, chat, what do you guys think? Do you think they open up a new record book, or do you put it in the same record book with an asterisk? I feel like a 17-game record book makes more sense.
That's what yeah, I would think so.
But that really does fuck TJ Watt.
That's what I was just going to say. It sucks for but that was never a thing before.
Yeah.
Like, if you were hurt, your record, you can only
if Michael Strahan got 22 and a half with 14 games,
right?
It's not like they open him up a 14-game record book, You know what I think they're going to do? I think they're going to do not shit. I think they're just going to say, yep, Cooper Kupp's got the record. And they're just going to throw it in there like that, and it'll be lost to history. Because there's no other way you can do it. Because if TJ Watt gets 1.5 sacks, there's no way they're asterisking that.
Right, they shouldn't.
Here's what
it's
you
hard.
could do. If you played a full 17 games, you get an asterisk. If you didn't, you don't.
Yeah.
That's what they could do. I feel like that's the fairest way. Because let's say TJ Watt breaks it in 16 games. He's going to break it in 15. He's only played 14 so far. It'll be his 15th game. Let's say whether he broke it in 14, 15, or 16, you just throw in the record books. But if somebody breaks a record in 17 games, they got the additional game and they played all 17, now you get the asterisk. I don't think they're going to do that. I think that's just the fairest way that you could do it.
They're just going to be lazy about it and just, fuck it. Records
No,
are
I
records.
just think they don't want the controversy. They don't want to piss people off.
Right. Well, it's going to piss people off if he breaks this and they're going to be like, dude, he had 17 games.
That's true. I think it'll piss people off if they do an asterisk and then they also give it to TJ Watt. How fucked would that be if TJ Watt breaks a record and gets an asterisk?
He should. That's the thing. It's like he shouldn't because he didn't fucking play the games. But it's like, where do you make the rules here? Like, what rules are you? So hard. Well,
that's true. Has the NFL even always been a 16-game season? I feel like back in the 50s, they probably played like 10 games or something.
Right.
Those records still exist.
That's true.
I'm pretty sure Night Train Lane had his interception record in like 12 games. Some nonsense like that.
That's nuts. It's so hard to compare too.
Yeah, he's playing against plumbers.
Yeah.
He's playing the same guys that Michael Jordan played in basketball, a bunch of milkmen and plumbers, Your local mailman. I'm just kidding, you guys. I'm kidding. Why can't EU viewers be members? That's not true. You should be able to. There's no reason you shouldn't be able to. Just kidding. I'm racist. That's why. No, actually, I don't know why you can't. You should be able to. All right, boys. The NFL, Jack says the NFL has had 10, 12, and 14 game seasons. O.J. Simpson had 2,000 yards in 14 games.
Jesus.
Holy fuck. The juice is loose. You can run really fucking fast after you kill somebody, though. You have a lot of adrenaline.
That is very
Changes
true.
your perception of things. He's probably very grateful to be out there on the field.
Yes.
That's funny as fuck.
Fucking A. I'm gonna end this one.
Right. All right, boys. Yeah, that's it. We'll see how this Cooper Cup stuff goes. I'm excited to see it.
Yeah.
Chase, I think that about wraps it up. We just hit 6 p.m. We've had one hell of a fucking stream.
Yeah, we got about.
I know you got a
8 or
lot of
9.
clip outs. So we should save some for the next stream, which will be this Sunday. Woo! This Sunday, yeah?
Yeah.
We're back in the saddle, boys.
All the boys were in here today, man. We
Yeah,
had a
it's good to see all you
stream.
guys. It's
Good
excited to
stream.
get live again. Very exciting one. All right, boys. Hey, we love you so much. Y'all look super handsome.
Yeah.
I'm absolutely butt naked. VIPs, we'll see you Sunday.
Yeah.
Right after the stream.
We're getting back into it. We're going to get back into it for sure.
OJ is innocent? Yeah. And I don't beat my meat twice a day. Right.
And water isn't wet.
Yeah, water ain't wet, boy. And I didn't fuck your mom. Next VIP stream, yeah, we'll see you guys Sunday. We got a heater coming. But yeah, hey, boys, we love you. Thanks so much for being here. What an awesome stream. We're happy to be back. And let's get butt naked, Dab.
Yeah.
Let's get
I'll
this
see you
shit
guys
going.
Sunday.
Oh, wait, fuck. And I did just post an NFL memes video. I'm
Oh,
an
you
idiot.
did?
I just posted an NFL memes video on MMG. It's a fire one, so check it out.
Go tell them what to comment so you can see them.
Comment, good question. Comment, PP Wiener. PP Wiener.
PP?
Weener. Okay.
Okay.
So you can't spell it correctly.